he decides to do. LDO. Now, LDO is a coin that we charted yesterday, and we had our trade ideas and everything, and they played out literally within the next couple hours, and we were right. So I'm just going to show the chart from the monthly. So LDO is in a textbook uptrend. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, right? You have your high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we're in a textbook uptrend, meaning when you're looking to get long, you're looking to get long on these higher lows. And so if we go down to the weekly, we can see that we had some weekly demand sort of form, as well as there's confluence with this trend line. And we decided that, okay, it would be ideal to sort of get involved and try to find some sort of entries for a long within this weekly demand. And so we go down to the daily. As you can see, we pushed up into the mid-range, and then we came all the way down into this weekly order block, right? We pushed up into daily demand, which was flipped. So this is now resistance. And then we came back down, and we had a huge wick. We had a huge wick, and we swept these lows. Once we closed above, it was a huge reaction. So effectively, this wick, a SFP, swing failure pattern, into weekly demand, and then we closed above, and then look at the reaction. We then came, and now it looks like we're probably going to close above this daily demand flipped to supply, and then I'm assuming that we're probably going to trade all the way to this, I'd say maybe $3.30, somewhere around there, before this sort of breakdown. And we were talking about how you sort of have a mini range, right? You have, even though we came up into daily demand, which was flipped to supply, and then we rejected, we were saying how if we go back down to this weekly level, this is, again, a high time frame level of support. And so it would be a no-brainer to buy here again. And even so, we had a perfect trade setup because price then came and stopped out all of these. There was so much liquidity, and it stopped out all these people who did long on this weekly level. And then there was a close above. And so this was just a textbook trade. I'll insert what we were talking about before all of this happened, and you can see what was going through our minds in regards to trying to get long on this. LDO looks great on the monthly. Well, you can see mine, right? Yeah, so on the monthly, LDO is just, it's in a textbook uptrend. I mean, I didn't even need to draw any boxes or anything like that. I mean, it's just a textbook uptrend. We made a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's just textbook uptrend. You could technically, if you wanted to, you can see that once we made this higher high, that we formed some monthly demand here. If you wanted to, I didn't think it was necessary. I kind of just did it on the weekly. You can see the trend line. Here's a weekly order block that we have here, weekly demand. After making higher high, now higher low, and then price is sort of doing what it does. I mean, this is a perfect trade to take, in my opinion, in this weekly demand order block, because you have the trend line and then you have the order block. You go down to the daily. You can see that we were at the mid-range. So our range is currently 3.71 to range low, which is about 150. Our mid-range is 261. You can see we were traded at the mid-range. We kind of rejected. There was some daily demand here after this sort of breaking market structure. We didn't hold. You still have that weekly demand down there. Again, you really have to focus on and bid and bet on higher time frame structures than lower time frames. So if you see that right below this daily demand, we have some weekly demand, typically price is going to maybe want to trade down to wherever that high time frame structure is. So the weekly demand, as well as we were able to see, as well as monthly demand as well. So around there. I think this is one of those coins to keep an eye out for. We came into this daily demand though. We're kind of rejecting right now, so we'll see. I would say if we do flip it, then we're kind of gonna just trade to around $3, $3.30. Um, is there anything on the 12 hour? You have anything for LDO?
Yeah, you can share my screen if you want for this one.
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Just to back up with Trader Confined here. Just the 3 day order block I put bouncing perfectly. We're going up daily. Looks even nicer.
Yeah,
Go to the 12 hour. So this is where I kind of have like my market structure. We had a market structure order block here. Bearish. This becomes now our order block. Bearish OB. We had this low. We actually had SFP, which is actually beautiful for a setup long because
yeah,
like on that close, I would have entered, set that low, and look, when I tell you these trades usually don't get stopped, boom, right there, did not get stopped on that low. We kept going. Remember, when I get into trades on a bearish market structure, I like to sell at here when we get the first test of the bearish order block
yeah,
because you know, I know we're all bullish, but that's the HODL mentality that's, right now where we came in, rejected, we came to this monthly range that I have. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Monthly range, when we're in the lower time frames, like it's like this. So, but and now we're retesting this. Usually when we get multiple retests, it means we can finally get a break. But if we do close above here, that'll be a bullish market structure break, and you would give this trade even bigger certainty that we keep going up there.
yep,
But remember, guys, this is a bearish market structure break right here. We did test this. If we go back here, I still would keep buying. It's
yeah.
not a
Again,
bad place to
yeah.
buy. Because remember,
That's a
this
big
is a
thing.
lot of demand.
That's a big thing that people overlook is that
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have another range established, and that you can keep trading between that daily supply and and weekly demand, and you don't have to have this mentality that okay, I bought on the weekly and now I just hodl forever and just wait. You could, but if we're being retail traders and we're trying to make if we're trying to just do trade after trade after trade, it's best to be conscious of okay, there's probably going to be some resistance here. Maybe I can just sell here and then get back in low, something like that.
Exactly.
But I know that you have something on the 12 hour to even add more confluence, Bitcoin Bear.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Showing me.
Yep.
So when the trade was happening, I really liked how it swept these lows here, and then they continue going to the bearish OB. And I was explaining to in the video, like, hey guys, you see how we're at a bearish? What would make me buy would be a bullish market structure break, or we would sweep these lows. And little did you know, based on the video, a couple hours later, it swept these lows. And we mentioned that, hey, in this 3 day demand, if it goes back in here, I am buying until proven otherwise. And we got this swing failure pattern, came in here, didn't buy, happened so quickly. However, now we're in a bullish market structure break. And now this becomes a new bullish 12-hour order block. And everyone is so scared on Twitter time BTC is not looking strong. And if BTC wants to cut another 5%, and essentially this is another 30% here. It's another 30% cut, which could possibly happen if BTC says it wants to go down.
Yeah.
So what I drew up here is, well, obviously we do get it. If we get anything in here, like not up here, but if we get low, any sweat, like if we can sweep this new low. Oh no, no, actually no, I'm mistaken. No, because this is actually the new low.
Yeah.
It
That
swept
low.
that low.
Yeah.
It swept. So if we get sweep this low, and we get to sweep these lows that have not been swept since May,
Perfect
that's
buy.
another long opportunity.
Yeah.
Boom. And then any candle closes above this low is still we're still in the bullish market structure, so that's good. And then we just ride it all the way to this because right now these are the 12 hours. So ride it all the way till here.